In response to changes in the sector, a leading university needed to modernize its curriculum management system and online prospectus. These systems had been in place for over 9 years, and while they'd served their purpose in the time, they were beginning to show their age in ways that matter most. There was a fragmented user experience, limited integration, and a design philosophy that was no longer fit for purpose. And so, they needed to build a compelling business case to replace these in just 14 weeks. Like many UK universities, they found themselves at a familiar crossroads. When universities decide to replace mission-critical systems, the conversation often starts with features and functionality. What should the new system do? Which platforms or vendors should we consider? And what's the financial investment? Now, these questions, while important, aren't, of course, where the challenge lies. The more pertinent questions come from focusing on business value. What does success actually mean for the different users and faculties? How do we build a business case that reflects strategic values and meets student expectations, not simply meets our cost expectations? What governance structures will work within our existing culture? And how do we gain genuine buy-in from stakeholders who've seen previous initiatives fail? Our client recognized that answering these questions properly before committing to any solution would determine whether the final implementation succeeded or unfortunately joined the long list of technically successful but strategically disappointing projects. And so they engaged Maxica for a 14-week rapid review structured around getting the right answers to those more difficult questions. We started with rapid requirements validation. And over the 14 weeks, we ran a collaborative review across academic faculties. We engaged with the professional services departments. This wasn't really about creating an exhaustive wish list. It was about capturing the genuine needs that would make or break implementation and, importantly, adoption. We co-created the business case with the leadership team. Rather than developing recommendations in isolation, we worked hand in glove with them throughout. The business case outlined clear objectives aligned to institutional strategy, expected benefits across faculties, solution options focusing on cloud-based and COTS platforms. We helped our clients set realistic cost and resource requirements, and we identified the risks with a variety of options. Finally, we defined a balanced scorecard to help evaluate potential vendors against what actually mattered for the university's business case. At the end of the exercise, the university had what they needed to proceed with confidence. We achieved stakeholder alignments across faculties, ensuring a unified view of needs. Clear governance with roles and decision pathways were established. So when senior leadership reviewed the final business case, they weren't seeing external consultants' recommendations. They were seeing their own thinking, refined and structured with institutional knowledge, combined with the external expertise brought in to fill the gaps. The business case was formally approved by senior leadership, unlocking funding. So if you're facing a similar systems replacement and want to see how the university secured approval and alignment in just 14 weeks, we've written up the full case study with detailed insights and the framework we employed. Click the link below to download it and see how a structured approach turned a complex replacement into a confident, funded program.